All right, let's get started. I think we're good to go. My name is Joel Wyse. By the way, thanks for being here. We've got 181 attendees here. So you guys are the committed ones on a Saturday. I don't know about you guys, but here in Atlanta, it's a beautiful fall day, sunny day, 70s. I've actually got a holiday party I'm heading to immediately after this. Not that you guys care, but yeah, let's hop in. Thank you, Price, for giving us some technical analysis on options and showing us how you do that. I'm gonna transition more into prop trading, and I know he mentioned it, but my products are primarily developed for prop firm traders, actually, and I'm probably the only software developer that's going to be presenting today. I would say it's my primary title. So yeah, let's hop into it. I'm going to continue here into the PowerPoint. All right, so this is my office. I'm presenting from here today. I always like to show this just to give you guys a picture of who I am. I actually purchased this condo right after the COVID pandemic. I always like to say I always work from home. Even before the pandemic, I was working from home. And so it was a huge transition for me to actually work in an office and set up a space for my work. This is my desk, my current setup in the corner of the condo where I'm presenting to you guys today. And one of the things I always love to show people in these situations is my sauna and my cold plunge, because I believe that the complete picture of your lifestyle makes a big impact on your success as a day trader. And so if you're learning disciplines, if you're practicing disciplines in your everyday life, it's going to help you, and it's going to transition in directly into your futures day trading strategies. So today I'm going to show you some trade setups. Again, these payouts, I want to be clear, I'm always never want to hide anything. These payouts are almost 2 years ago, but I was trading actively, getting payouts. And then what happened is my software company took off, which presented a whole nother set of challenges as I developed a trade copier that quickly gained momentum and became popular. It presented a whole nother challenge with hundreds and now over 6,000 customers that I'm taking care of on a daily basis. And so trading is not my primary focus. I'll just be clear about that. My primary focus is being an excellent software developer and building tools that can help you guys succeed. Or not even succeed, but execute what you're trying to do as a trader. So basically what's going to happen today is I'm going to showcase my most popular NinjaTrader add-ons for trading futures with excellence. So I'm going to hop out of the PowerPoint real quick. We're going to go directly to the screens, and I want to get started and just show you exactly what I've built. All right, so there's 3 things I'm going to show you today. I'm going to focus on 3 main things. The chart trader, so I built a whole suite of features for trading directly in the chart window, and entering and exiting your trades quickly, on time, and as planned. Here in the background, I have my trade copier solution. Today, I'm going to show you some brand new features, including this window where we can configure all the prop firm settings right there. And then lastly, I'm going to show you my support and resistance solution and cover some very specific trade setups. And I know that Price was mentioning the QQQs. I'll be talking about the NASDAQ today, which is just the futures instrument of the QQQs. So very pumped to continue getting into this. Let me center myself here though on the main topics for you guys to see. So again, chart execution features for all trading plans. And what I believe is the best trade copier and risk manager features available. I developed it. And then lastly, support and resistance trading analysis with trade setups. So I want to give you guys my practical 6-point trading plan. So I believe you need 6 things to develop a trading plan. And I'm just going to run through them real fast. I think you'll want to write this down because I know if you're like me, when you go to trade, it can often feel very chaotic. In fact, that's why I don't trade. It's because I've got a chaotic software business I'm managing. I'm trying to build a team. I got 3 or 4 guys that work on my team right now. And if I'm trading and building a software company, I just want to do one thing excellent first. And then again, my plan is to come back to the trading in January and February, which I love hearing from Price, by the way, that his favorite time to trade is November to January. Super helpful. I'm certainly pumped for the new year. I think it's going to present just a lot of awesome opportunities. So by the way, I'm tracking the questions. So if you guys have questions for me, just put them in and I'm going to leave some time at the end to answer those. So in my trading plan, guys, or in the trading plan that I've developed serving probably 2,000 customers on custom project, over 6,000 customers have bought some portion of my software on the platform. Trading hours. I think first you need to develop your trading hours. What hours am I going to trade? This is very important, right? I don't think, and my fiance would, I'm sure, support me in this, anyone should be in front of the screen all day long, especially with day trading, right? So if you set a couple hours where you're going to place your trades, that's it. If you haven't profited that day, move on and come back the next day. The maximum number of trades, right? Every time we enter, we're exposing ourselves to risk. So how many times I'm going to enter or exit the market? I'll give you guys one more thing. When I'll just be fully transparent. I don't think anyone else today is going to say something like this, but I'm going to say it. When I blew my last set of prop firm accounts, okay, the biggest mistake was continuing to trade. After I got stopped out, within 5 minutes, I was in another trade. Got stopped out, within 5 minutes, I was in another trade. And so I think when it's not going your way, you need to limit the number of trades and move on. I hope that's authentic, transparent, helpful for you guys. 5 trades a day. What markets are you becoming an expert in? Is it going to be the NASDAQ? Is it going to be the ES? A lot of my clients trade gold or crude. Whatever it is, I think you pick 1 or 2 markets and just laser in on becoming an expert. It's like one of the things I love that Price said, 35 years in doing this, he's always looking for the next edge, right? So we continue to learn, we continue to become an expert. We never have it all figured out, right? Number of contracts, again, not my problem, is trading size. I just have had some stop outs in the last hiccup, but you need to stick to a specific size. And I'll show you some position sizing tools today. And the last 2 are closely related, is the language and the mindset. Language, again, we're going to keep our language positive. We're going to keep our language clean. We're going to believe, and then the mindset, we're going to believe and think positive that we can be successful, that we can make good choices. Cool? So you guys with me here? They are geared toward the discretionary trader, Eric. Thank you for the question, my man. I love hearing from you guys. I know I'm a little bit off today, just a lot on my mind, a lot happening. But man, I'm just grateful to be here. Every single month I'm serving 300, 350 new customers each month. And so thankful. I believe God's gifted me to write software as my primary gifting. And hopefully with some supernatural strength, I'm going to call myself a gifted and profitable day trader soon. So, all right. So that's my trading plan. So what is the enhanced chart trader? Let's jump ahead and I'll start with this. The enhanced chart trader is a suite of execution tools for entries and exits. And the idea here is, guys, that you can build the perfect chart trader configuration based on your trading plan and your needs. Let me grab a swig of my coffee real quick. So continuing on, I'm going to look at the enhanced chart trader. And the first thing we're going to do is start with the basic chart trader tools. Guys, this is super straightforward and easy, but if you've used the standard chart trader, you know the limitations, and so I'm just going to show you some of the features here. You can click buy and click the chart. Right there is your order. Rather than having to right click, you can precisely place your order. Now, because it's Saturday, we're on a sim feed, so I'm not sure how this is going to work, but let's try some things. If we hit sell, you'll notice as we hover our mouse, we can attach orders to indicator plots. So I can attach an order to a 50 EMA. You guys see that? Or if I click right here, it's going to attach the order to a 20 EMA, 8 EMA. This is a 200 MA. So I've designed this so that you guys can attach these orders to plots. If you enter trades like me, you're looking to enter at key levels. And so this gives you the ability to enter trades quickly at a plot. Could be Bollinger Bands, could be anything that's plotted here on the price panel. We've got the break even button. So if I go market into this trade, again, another feature I can see, and I know the price bars aren't moving. This is a Saturday, this is a simulated feed. So we're just in this trade. But again, the break even button, one click is going to move the stop loss up and near the break even point. And this can be adjusted, right? So if you want to be break even minus 10, scroll your mouse, break even plus 10, the break even button. Very basic features. Now let's hop into more advanced features. So for you prop firm traders, we talked about size, and I said trade a certain size. Some of you guys may want to trade a certain dollar amount. So how do you do this? Let's take a look at some position sizing. All right, so position sizing is going to allow me to, if I'm trading, say, micro instruments, it's going to allow me to size my trade based on the dollar amount. So look closely right here at this dollar amount being $200. So as I get ready to enter this trade, I can determine my stop and my target. So if I've got a 10-point stop, if I've got a 15-point stop, now it's 6 contracts. Notice how it changed to 6. I've got a 20-point stop. We're down to 5 contracts. 25-point stop, 4 contracts. So again, it's automatically adjusting the number of contracts based on a $200 risk. So let's look at this closely. As I move this stop loss, see what's happening? 5 contracts, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the more points I risk, the less contracts I can trade, and it's keeping it all the while underneath $200 per trade. Trevor, thanks, man. Can that profit and stop visualization always show on your screen or only as you're about to enter? Trevor, it can show on the screen at all times. So again, let's go ahead and hit buy market here. And this is NinjaTrader, by the way. I forgot to mention that. I think it's still one of the best platforms. Don't get me started on some things that I don't like about NinjaTrader, but at this point, all my software is built there. So, I mean, hey, I'm in it with Ninja at this point. So, Trevor, if I go buy market, I've got real targets and stops, right? I've got my actual targets and stops. I've got the dollar amounts here. Again, this is unique to my software. Click these, you can change it to points. Click again, you can change it to ticks. So you've got points, ticks, dollars. All right. If you're about to enter a trade, I'll close this trade. If you're about to enter a trade, same thing. So, okay. So if I go by limit, now I can begin to plan my ATM. So you see, as I'm moving these around, this is changing the actual plan for my targets and my stop. So if I go up here and I fill this trade, and we're kind of blind on here as to where the market's trading on this simulated feed, but I'm moving my targets and my stops around. Once I fill this trade, I have the same target and stop that I pre-planned before I entered the trade. So, and you'll notice here with position sizing, you can buy click, all right? And as I change this, watch the order change from 3 contracts to 5 contracts. So see how it updates the order from 3 to 5. So if I'm changing my stop, the order is going, the number of contracts changes to keep us within that set $200 risk. I feel like this is such a deep dive. There's only so much we can cover today, but guys, I've got videos on my website. You'll see, I'm going to show you where you can go watch and learn more about the products that I'm offering here. What's cool here too is you can trade. Thanks, man. Yeah, and one more feature, Trevor, I'll show you. I'm still working on like not getting these to overlap. When you place an order, it shouldn't be placing another overlapping plan. But if you turn risk reward on, this is sweet too. Watch this. Turn risk reward on. So now risk reward is on. And as I move the stop, the targets move. So I'm able to keep my same risk reward. Because guys, I hear from so many traders, and I risk 10 points every time on the NASDAQ. I risk 8 points. I go for 3-point wins. And I'm thinking, that's not how the market works. You can't have the exact same target and stop every time and expect to come out ahead. Just my opinion. The market's moving. You should be basing your targets and stops on how much the market is moving right now. Sometimes the market's going to be more volatile. In those cases, you want to have larger stops and larger targets, right? But using position sizing allows you to keep your dollar risk the same. So if you have a larger stop in number of points, you can still keep your dollar risk the same for every single trade, which is important in risk management with prop firms, by the way. So we could cover so much more here. I mean, there's a lot in this, but I'll just kind of quickly transition to advanced exit orders. Here I've got the ability to set up custom trailing stops, okay? We've got charts for Renko and range. These charts are going to allow you to enter on a green or a red Renko bar or range bar. Place your order exactly where it needs to be to get in when the bar closes. To enter on the bar close. So this is going to wait till the bar closes, and as soon as the bar closes, submit an order, get you into the trade. So yeah, there's a lot here, but I would encourage you guys, at the end, I'll answer your questions. And David, I'm not sure about the screen refreshing. What do you see? Maybe it's a little bit delayed. I'm clicking through these tabs at the bottom very quickly. But so trade copier, all right? So there's been a lot of talk about this. And again, we got 200 attendees in here. Welcome to the new attendees. Thanks for being here. You can use your Apex trade copier, Richard, but man, I would highly, so let's talk about the trade copier, right? So this is my trade copier window. Here I've got Apex, Bulanox, and Take Profit Trader accounts right here in this window, right? I've also got some simulated accounts here. But there's a few things you guys need to know about the trade copier. I'll give you a couple of the latest updates. One is compliance with prop firms. My software is compliant. Wow, thanks, Perry. Thanks for being here, man. Perry says, I've used the Apex copier in years and I would never go back. Sherry's asking about risk management. Yeah, thank you, Sherry. I've heard of that guy, Guardian Angel, and incredible, it seems. But what I've heard is lately he's just not doing customer support. So yeah, definitely an aspiration of mine. The challenging part is, guys, is building a team, right? I mean, I feel like I hit the office and there's customer requests coming through, lots of stuff going on. And so I'm trying to build a team and get support. If I could develop software all day long, it would be a dream. Let's see, Mark. Yeah, he doesn't respond. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, Sherry. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, that's right, Mark. Yeah, that's right, Mark Richards. So Mark Richards is asking, we have to use your software to overlay on NinjaTrader to use the trade copier, not just NinjaTrader software alone. Yeah, so if you buy my trade copier today and it's priced at $175 or $295, by the way, compared to other solutions, I'll just name them, Replicanto, I'm offering lifetime updates and support. So I'm not playing games. I'm not going to charge you for more updates and more support. It's a one-time purchase, and I'm with you, supporting you along the way. Continue to build in features. You'll see this on my YouTube channel. All right. And then there's other cloud-based solutions now that are charging monthly. So you're paying $49, $99, $199 a month. I've got it all right here. You can go look at the reviews. All right. Mark, another Mark, thank you for buying my copier. I just want to say that Elite Trader Funding doesn't allow it. I would just challenge you on this, Mark. Go take a look at Elite Trader Funding's Trustpilot reviews, and I would highly consider making an exit on that one. I've tried to get in touch with them, and we just haven't been able to work it out. So I haven't heard about the tick blaze solution, Mohammed. However, I know Sean, I know tick blaze is, there's a lot of issues there. Look, every platform, there's been issues across every platform. That's the hard part, right? You've got Project X with Top Step that just went down a couple days ago, completely down, right? Gone. And so nothing's perfect, but man, I'm in the fight to be the best. Thanks for saying that, Joe. Joe says, I bought your complete system. Very happy. Thank you. Give me 1 second. All right. So I love answering these questions. This is kind of the most fun part for me. I love interacting with you guys. It makes me want to do some of these kind of on my own more frequently because this is fun. But yeah, I think you'll find, and I'm not going to cover all the features today, but what I did recently is give you guys the option to set up even SIM accounts as prop firms. So if you hit edit, you can set your peak balance, right? So if you guys know this, set your peak balance. What's your goal? Let's say 4,000. What's your drawdown? 3,000 is this static, trailing, or end of day. And now you have a configured prop firm account. So yeah, and then daily goal. So daily goal 500, daily loss 300. So it's saying it's at a loss. I think again, this is weird stuff with the simulated feed. I don't know what's going on here, but you can see my videos. I shouldn't even be showing you how to use this right now because we're not even connected. It's a Saturday, but yeah, this has been super fun. Even these features, developing these, I really enjoyed it and getting some pretty good feedback on it. So that's kind of what I know about trade copiers and the latest on, what's happening with trade copiers. So again, I think platform based is going to give you the most reliability. Everything's right into Ninja. Orders are getting submitted and routed across multiple accounts within the same platform, same computer. And this is what's being required, right, of of each trader for compliance. And again, I guess Elite Trader Funding has a huge thing on compliance lately. Again, I think they're just having a hard time paying traders. So, I mean, I'm just going to leave it at that with Elite Trader Funding. You can go look at the Trustpilot reviews, Mark. So yeah, so the chart trader products, the trade copier products, again, kind of, you know, there's such a quick overview here, but again, you guys can go look at my videos. You're going to see the track record. Yes. All right. So I'm just going to keep answering a few more questions before I jump into the last part of my presentation. So I've never gotten this many questions. This is crazy. I'm loving this. This is fun. But what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to answer some more questions, and then we're going to jump right back into my trade setup. So for what it's worth, I've been fully transparent with you guys about my trading, right? I haven't traded much lately, but I want to show you some trade setups I think still could have value for you guys, right? Because how many of you guys have tried automated systems? You know, someone has promised you that, oh, here's an automated system, you know, and then you're kind of left to be disappointed, right? There's some great automated systems, but for the most part, I think, guys, what you need is discretionary trading. And so that's what I'm going to kind of discuss today. Thanks, Todd. So let me get through some questions here. Gary, I'm going to give you that at the end of the presentation. You're going to know exactly where to buy the copier. Thanks for asking. David, NinjaCators has promoted my copier. As far as I know, they don't have their own, but yes, they have recommended my software and my trade copier. If they have their own, I'd love to hear about it. I'm always kind of keeping an eye on these things, so let me know, David. Richard, if I add your stuff to NinjaTrader, will it affect the current stuff I have for Apex charts? No, Richard, they can work together. 100% my trade copier will work right alongside of other third-party indicators, and every day we're answering customer questions about this, but yeah, it's working with a lot of different third-party indicators and definitely will not conflict with Apex. Mark, what are the best prop firms that are copy friendly besides Apex? Guys, I would like, you know what? We're just gonna have some fun here. I'm gonna show you guys something that I think this is going to be actually probably the most valuable thing I'm going to do today. So let's just go to Trustpilot right now. Let's take a look at Trustpilot here. And this is, I met with these guys, and I'm not even being paid to, not trade day, trade, hold on. Let's look at Elite Trader Funding first. Okay, Elite Trader Funding. So go take a look at the reviews, guys. Look at all these 1-star reviews. Do you think there's a problem here with traders getting paid? All right. Let's look at, and I'm having a hard time. Why am I like blanking? I think it's just being here in front of you guys. It'll work with Rightline. Yeah, Hector. Yeah. Not Tradeify. It is trade day. I don't know why. So yeah, these guys are definitely smaller, but trade day. I just had a conversation with them, with the CEO, James Thorpe, this week. All right, but trade day. So look at the number of reviews, 901. Go read some of the 1-stars in your own time. Now let's check out trade day. Okay, 1,200 reviews. So they have more reviews, 4.6 stars. Do you think they're paying traders? Do you think they're being fair on their payouts and their rules? Yep. So look at, and now I got 2 guys coming in with talking about Elite Trader Funding. So I'm just telling you, I would be careful. I think it was I'd be careful with my words, but yeah, I think it was very rash of them to ban all trade copiers and then come back with compliance agreements, with, I guess, partnerships, whatever they want to call it. But yeah, I would encourage you just go put every prop firm in here, look at the number of reviews, and look at the rankings. Because you cannot, guys, trust me when I say you don't have control over Trustpilot. I'll show you my page, all right? I've got one customer on here yesterday that left a 1-star review that I'm working with, but she's been a tough customer. I'm just going to be honest with you. But I have no power to get this removed, okay? Like, I can't do anything other than help the customer and hope that they'll remove the review. So I'm telling you from experience, like, you can't cheat on Trustpilot. So I would trust it, and I would look at the prop firms. All right, sorry, I'm off on a tangent. Let's go down and look at more questions here. Where are we at? And this has been one of the most fun presentations I've done in a while, and I feel like I'm all over the place. Harry, are you talking about you had your first interaction this week trying to solve an issue and was super happy with the service and the solution quickly found? I don't know if that's about me, Perry, and my team, but thank you for saying that. About me and my team, Perry. Cool, thanks, man. Yeah, Tradeify is good, and I'm gonna be trying to make partnerships with these guys. Obviously, like, I'm gonna, like, being truthful, right? I'm gonna sell more trade copiers if I have partnerships with the prop firms. So I think it's just makes sense for me. All right, so let's get into the trade setups. Todd says, cool of you to share a trading setup. So yeah, and Todd, keep your expectations low, man. Start with low expectations and let's see if I can impress you, because I think you've probably seen things like this before, but I do believe that I can bring you some value. So just summarizing where we've been so far today, I've showed you some chart trading features. Again, I've showed you probably 10% or less of what's in here. Second, we moved on to the trade copier, barely got into it, but I'm showing you what the window looks like. What's cool is this new column here is showing you the type of drawdown. We got a lot of accounts with end of day or static drawdown. All right, so we've looked at the chart trader, trade copy, and the last thing I'm going to do is show you, or try and just walk you through how I think. And I've got 5 minutes to do this before I wrap it up by noon with some questions and my offer. So hang with me, guys. 5 minutes and a fast overview. So let's just go back. And I always acknowledge too, we're looking at something that's already happened. Anyone can see it after it's happened. But let's just start with Friday. Let's start with Friday. So market opens here, comes down. Of course, if I'm honest, I may have tried to short here, right? Because these are the 5 minute moving averages, right? So you've got 5 minute 20. Let's try this. Yeah, right there, 5 minute 20. You see the chart trader attach feature again, and then 5 minute 50. Okay, and you can do this with my indicators, and then you have 50 EMA here, 20 EMA here. So I keep it simple, guys. A 1 minute crossover, the 50 and the 20, I think is so effective. I mean, a lot of guys trade pre-market. You can even see it here, right? When it first crosses over, you buy the first pullback into the moving average. And what did I tell you guys about targets and stops, right? We vary targets and stops. And so when I'm buying this pullback, I'm targeting a retest of the high. So from here, 27 to 53 is 26 points on this one, right? So, but after the market opened, spiked up through moving average crosses, we're clearly bullish. You have all kinds of buying opportunities in here. There's a first buying opportunity off the VWAP. So again, I watched the VWAP, right? If you guys don't know what the VWAP is, Google it, use ChatGPT, use Claude, use Grok. But right here is a buy, right? After a strong move up. Another thing I like to do, I'm all over the place when I trade. So just take everything I say with a grain of salt. But another thing I like to do is measure these pullbacks. So if you measure this pullback here, displace it up here, look what happened. Do you guys see almost identical? If I zoom in here, this pullback the exact same pullback, almost to the tick. Do you guys see that? Pullback, pullback. The market repeats itself in waves. All right. Yeah, I mean, prop shop trader. Yeah, it puts me in a. I see your question there. Yeah, yeah, it's tough. So I think what happens with prop shop trader is Sean's trying to make his way through his own prop firm, his own platform at TickBlaze, and you know TickBlaze has its own set of problems and bugs, and yeah, I mean I don't know what else to say about that. So these guys want to isolate away from NinjaTrader and like Project X and because the reality is the fees add up. Like when you buy prop accounts through, for instance, Apex, they're having to pay NinjaTrader an amount of that for the license key, right? Because they're giving you guys a license key with your prop account. So, all right, off on that tangent. All right, so we're measuring pullbacks here. If you guys can't tell, I'm ADHD. I'm like, oh, there's another question. All right, back to this, back to this. All right, so do you see the first bounce off the 20 EMA right here? It bounced off the 20 EMA, revisited the high. So like I've said before, we vary our targets and stops. 24,901, okay, we target the high, which was, can't hardly see, but whatever. It looks like 901 to about 70 points on that, okay? So if you're taking a 10-point target or a stop, you're gonna get stopped out, right? I mean, the market's moving at a bigger pace. It's moving right down here. Look at the ATR, 35 points a bar, okay? So this is what I'm talking about when we talked about position sizing earlier and we said we're gonna vary the number of points in our trade. This is why we don't want to take the same number of points on every single trade. We want to vary the number of points in our target based on how the market's moving. So if you guys want to keep the same dollar amount, then you position size. You trade a certain number of contracts to keep the dollar amount the same on every single trade. So again, guys, 20 EMA, 50 EMA. Once we came back into here, we bounced off the 50 and the VWAP again. So this overlap is key. I think, you know, I have a hard time with having a rule set in trading because if you had a rule set, then you could just program it, right? You could just program it and automate it. So I don't think trading always comes down to a rule set. It comes down to experience in some cases and just probably risk management. But this, having these two things overlap here is key. And then guys, what you're seeing here, yesterday's low that kind of blew through, provided some resistance, but this is my key levels confluence indicator. And so this is one, yeah, John. I mean, I won't even say it out loud, but yeah, I agree with you, man. And guys, I'm truly, like, I'm not perfect, but I'm truly just trying to be fully transparent, operate with integrity in the best way that I know, and just provide some value. Like, because this industry has enough people that you can't trust, enough people that just want to take advantage of you. And so trading's hard. I'm not here to say it's easy or make any promises or any claims other than that I want to develop great software on the NinjaTrader platform. So yeah, we kind of went off today on some of these prop firms and different vendors, but anyways, so pullbacks I think are the best bet for discretionary traders, right? And then when it crosses over here, the first time you get the cross to the bearish side, what happens? You wait for the pullback. Here again, if I'm being, you know, fully with you guys, probably missed the fill and you're sitting there like, oh my gosh, you know, it didn't quite come back to the 20. Are you kidding me? You know? And then you try and enter and maybe you caught it. Maybe you can take your target down here. But and then we got the 5 minutes bullish here, obviously. and you're pulling back into the 5-minute area of the moving averages. And yeah, thanks. What do doing talk about? Yeah, cool. But anyways, I need to wrap it up, and you can see in the afternoon, we got a bullish cross and it just kind of bounced off the 20. As soon as we get the bearish cross on the 2050, you can sell the pullback here, and then it sold off into the close. I like these when they line up. When this 20, again, I'll use my attach feature here. You got 20 EMA on the 1-minute chart overlapping with the 5-minute 50 EMA right here. So we're kind of breaking below the 5-minute moving averages. Right here my mouse is, and then once we pull back into this area, it's a good sell. But again, it's easy to, Dave, I won't call it your full name, I'm sorry. Dave, thank you, man. From the UK, appreciate you for being here, man. So here we are, guys. It's 2 minutes for me to wrap up, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up my website and just leave this very clear for you guys about where to go from here. So I've got my website right here. I'll go ahead and put it in the chat. Let's see if, thank you, Anthony, for the contact. It's killing me. All right, you guys should see the link now. There we go. Perfect. So go ahead and go to my website. Right here at the top, you're going to see the Trustpilot reviews that I mentioned. Man, I'm curious to pull up Prop Shop Trader now after this ends. It's always kind of fun reading some of these reviews. I'm not going to lie. But here's what I have to offer, guys. My offer is going to be good through Sunday, November 16th. It's going to be coupon code CORNER for 40% off anything on my website. Keep in mind, this does not stack on top of the existing sale pricing. So the prices that you see for the trade copy are set at 40% off. That's the current discount. It's not going to be an additional discount. But the bottom line is the final prices are all listed right here. So if you're interested in my key levels confluence indicator that I showed you guys on the charts, it's right here at 60% off. This is going to match Black Friday. If you want the crossover, yeah, I mean, there could be good things about Prop Shop too, Trevor. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's all just, you know, sometimes it's hard to distinguish, and, you know, you get traders that are upset, and you can't even always trust 1-star reviews sometimes, right? So trying to believe the best about everybody, but this industry can be, can wear me down sometimes. So, but yeah, we've got support and resistance suite. Right here's the trade copier only, or the full dashboard suite. The chart trader tools, which I love. Obviously, I love them. I developed them. I don't know why I'm saying that, but right here's the position sizing. Okay, the essential chart trader tools. If somebody wants to go all in this weekend with the chart trader and all the features, here's the pricing. If you do that, I'll give you a bunch of other indicators for free. So I would obviously love to see a few people commit, go all in with me on this, the professional chart trader tools. Here I'm breaking down each of the chart trader features right here for you guys at $295 each, or like I said, you can get them all right up here underneath the professional chart trader tools, get them all at once. But yeah, this page lays it all out. I want to point out a few more things. NinjaTrader products, see all products right here. The more information links are going to take you to the pages where you purchase. This right here is my YouTube link, top right corner. Going to take you to my channel where you can watch more content on the trade copier. As of 3 weeks ago and a month ago, I'm getting back into publishing YouTube finally. So yeah, I think that wraps it up. Couple more, thank you, Trevor. Couple more things here. All of my products are lifetime license. And guys, I'm gonna be around, trust me, I can't find a better job than this anywhere. I'm gonna be around for a long time. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. I just wanna say I'm so grateful for what I get to do and be a part of. Day trading is so much fun. still something that I'm all in on and working on myself. I'm not just only a developer, I'm in the game with you guys. So let me know how I can help you. I need to head out after this presentation, but right down here in the bottom corner is where you will best reach us and send us a message. So I believe that wraps it up. Again, thank you, Anthony and Traders Corner. Always a pleasure. This has been so fun. I hope I didn't ruffle too many feathers today, but I think that wraps it up for me.